Hi, I'm Keith Lay, and I want to tell you about distance music. It's going to be taking place October 25th here at beautiful Orlando, Florida at Lake Eola Park. This video is made to tell you what it's about and how it works, because knowing how it works is half the fun.
The term distance music is my name for a new approach to musical experience where the composer takes advantage of timing delays in large-scale outdoor sound environments. The concept evolved out of my previous work, Inspire, for 22 brass musicians, Steeple Bell and Carillon performed in downtown Orlando. Inspire gave the audience a brand new experience of music that cannot be heard indoors. The city itself became the concert hall as music reverberated off nearby buildings, streets, and the lake surface from every direction. Like Inspire, the audience in this new work will hear sounds that fill the sky from every direction, blending with the birds, wind, traffic, and people of the city. The audience will be asked to walk around the park's 9/10 mile path. On the lake, 7 train horns, each upon a different boat located at a precise position, will speak their short, clear note.
This piece is going to cover 45 acres. So think of it as a 45-acre concert hall. I needed that much area to give me enough distance so that there was enough time delays between them to create melodies. That's why I chose train horns, because train horns are the loudest musical instrument made. Got this thing worked out that Logic and is speaking to Max, and Mike has devised the new telemetry for the train horns, and this is the what do we call this? It's the master. Yeah, and so you can see that we've got a USB. So this will always be next to the computer. You can see the green light means that there's power, and then as soon as they work, you can see a blue light that means that we've got definite data, and then you'll see the orange light happen, yellow light happen when the horns are in. Okay, Mike, hit it. Works out that if I have music running at 120 BPM, if I split that into 16th notes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, every one of those 16th notes takes 0.125 seconds to occur, right? So if I placed a horn right out there, 280 feet away, an 8th note later, I'm going to hear it here at this spot. This is called West 1.
Sound travels at 1128 feet per second at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. In a fourth of a second, sound will have traveled about 282 feet, and in an eighth of a second, sound has moved about 141 feet.
So what I decided to do is place all 7 horns on concentric circles at 280 feet or 140 feet intervals all the way across Lake Eola in 2 big arcs. This first arc is on the west side of the lake. And I'm going to have a horn at 280 feet, and then 140 feet beyond that one, and then 140 feet beyond that one, and then all the way back at a total of 560 feet on the other side of this little island here.
If all 4 horns play their notes together, a listener at West 1 would hear the C horn after an 8th rest. A 16th later, horn 2 would arrive with the E, and a 16th after that, the more distant G horn. At 846 feet distant, the A flat would arrive after a further delay. The following melody would result. The farthest distance between any of the horns and the audience's path is between the D5 horn and West 1 at about 1,269 feet. We can determine how loud it will be since we know that sound level decreases 6 decibels per doubling of distance, and that the horn produces 139.1 decibels measured from 1 meter away. We find that the notes from the D5 horn should have a sound level of about 87 decibels across the lake, about the loudness of a vacuum or a garbage disposal. The shortest distance is that from the C4 horn to a point on the path 203 feet away. Since these horns are 7.1 decibels quieter from directly behind and 10 decibels quieter from the rear quarter, anyone at that particular spot on the path will experience about 93 decibels. That's about the volume of shouting. Each swanboat captain will not only keep their horn located on the precise GPS position, but also make sure to point their boats as planned so that all the sounds from the horns will stay between those two limits, 87 and 93 decibels. These are excellent levels for an outdoor concert. Distance music is a very new way of thinking about sound and music and composition, and I like the way that it brings understanding of sound along with an enjoyment of a musical experience. That understanding of sound, which is the space-time continuum of sound, becomes very easy to understand when you know that, at least in a mode 1 situation, all the horns are firing at the same time. But since it takes time for those sound waves to reach audiences in this area, they'll reach them at different times, so they have different melodies. And as the audiences experience different melodies, which might be pleasant enough, I think it will be so much more fascinating for them to continually understand, like, these horns are actually firing all at the same time. I hope that you like this idea and you would like to support it.